Hi, this is Riddick Big Daddy Ball, two-time former world heavyweight champion, and you're watching Cool True Sports.
True school sports.
True School Sports.
There you go, champ. Thank you. Well, we'll see what happens.
Fire away.
All right.
Fire
Have,
away.
have you spoken to Don King recently at all? Like during the whole coronavirus epidemic, have you spoken to him?
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday, the day before. Then I didn't talk to him for like a week. But, I talked to him the last 3 days in a row, but I didn't talk to him. A gentleman who was the Olympic gold medalist, Nate, oh God, not Boyd, Nate something. I'm sorry, I forgot the last name. He won the 1952 gold medal for the Olympics for the U.S. He was from 86 years old, and he was from Cleveland. He was a friend of Don's, and I called up Don yesterday, told him he passed away.
Oh man.
That was, yeah, that was a little, and he was a little like took him back, Nate, you know what? I'm sorry, disrespectfully, I'm sorry. I forgot a guy who won a gold medal for America, and he passed away. I can't remember his last name. Nate something.
I'll put it in the video. Like I'll put it on the screen when I go back and look.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm sorry.
I wanted to ask you, like, being that you have such a close relationship with Don King, like, for people who had a certain picture of Don King, like, what's he really like behind the scenes as a person, Don King?
Well, Don King is okay. Everybody's got a misconception of Don King.
Okay.
And Stacy McKinley would say the same thing that I do because he knows that. If you're loyal to Don, he's loyal to you to the fullest. Okay. Now, if you try to screw Don, then you might go kill yourself. Okay, because Don will get you. If you're not loyal to Don, he will get you. You might as well just kill yourself, get it over with. Tell Don and Don committing suicide because it's easier that way for you. But Don is a great guy. He treated me as a contemporary. He didn't treat me as a subordinate. We were on the road. I ate with him. I didn't eat in cafes. I ate with Don at the diners. I meant to say. I ate right next to Don. I flew first class, sat next to Don. I was the same. If he was in a suite, I was at least in a junior suite. And that's a little cubby hole. And I was staying at the same hotels. He just treated me fantastic. He's a great guy. He's so much fun to be around. If you're loyal to him, he's generous. I could never say a bad word about that. Now, from personal experience, and he treated the fighters that I brought him. I didn't manage those fighters. I brokered deals for Don for those fighters, but I had a relationship with those managers, and Don treated the fighters very well, as he treated me also very well. But I will say that I have said for a long time that Don has overstayed the game, and he should have retired like 10 years ago. But that's his personal thing of what he's deciding to do and not do. But as far as him as a person, he's a fantastic guy. He's a fabulous businessman. One of the two greatest promoters of all time. You might say Bob Aaron's better because of longevity. When he was in the game first 5 years, and Bob, here we are. He'll be 89 in December. Don will be 89 in August 20th. And here you go. That long term wise, Bob's been more successful, but at their height, Don was definitely bigger than Bob. But long term, okay, for the duration, Bob's been more successful. But for at Don's peak and their relative peaks, Don was more successful than Bob.
No, absolutely. How many fighters did you broker deals for when you brought them to Don King?
Probably over let's see, from 2003 to 2000 and let's see, 2003 to 2016, probably 40, maybe
Okay.
35 to 40.
So it's a good sample size.
Some of them became world champions. Joseph King Kong Abeko, first fight out of the box, they signed him up. He won a world title. The world bantamweight champ, I think 2 or 3 times he was for that. And I brought him Juan Diaz when he was WBA lightweight champ, then he became WBO champ, then IBF champ. Then I brought him Nate Campbell, and Nate Campbell beat Juan Diaz.
Yeah.
So that lineal continue, and let's see, I brought him a whole slew of good, solid guys. And also guys that were pieces, a couple number one contenders that fought for the title but didn't win. So a couple of them I can't even remember off the top of my head. Marcus Oliveira and some of them, So it was all good. Now some of the guys I brought to die, I say 35, 40. Some of them they tried to sign up independently and they couldn't, and then I walked in and closed the deal for that. So they got it done. So, not all the fighters I literally brought him, but the deals that they were stymied on, they were trying to sign guys up, and they weren't able to, and Don brought me in, and I closed the deal. So
you were like the missing link, pretty much.
Yeah, I was like, pretty much. I was an outside guy, so sometimes an outside voice of reason sometimes gets things done better. Especially, I do have a good reputation with people and stuff as a guy that gets things done, and I can reason with people from all walks of life, whether they be street urchins or top executives and stuff. And you have to be able to do that in boxing because it's like I always said, it's the one business in the world where the very, very, very uneducated meet the very, very, very educated.
This is Chick Shane Mosley, and you're watching True School Sports.
All right.